What if everything you think you know about history never actually happened? That somewhere, in a secret facility, shadowy figures are rewriting reality itself, one timeline at a time. In 1983, something happened at Camp Hero on Long Island. Something the government doesn't want you to know about. They call it the Montauk Project. And if the stories are true, it means we're all living in a lie. Camp Hero looks abandoned now. Rusted radar dishes, crumbling bunkers, weeds growing through concrete. But according to whistleblowers, beneath this forgotten military base lies the most dangerous technology ever created, a machine that can bend time itself. The story goes like this. In the 1970s, the US military continued secret experiments from the infamous Philadelphia experiment. But this time, they weren't just trying to make ships invisible. They were trying to control time. Preston Nichols claims he worked there. He says scientists used massive electromagnetic fields to open portals through time. They could send people to any point in history, change events, alter outcomes, rewrite reality. But here's where it gets dark. Really dark. In the year 2000, a man calling himself John Titor appeared on internet forums. He claimed to be a time traveler from 2036, sent back to retrieve an IBM computer needed to debug legacy systems in his timeline. Titor described a world torn apart by civil war, nuclear conflict, and social collapse. But he also revealed something terrifying. Time travel wasn't just possible, it was being weaponized. Titor said, "The many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics is correct. Every decision creates a new world line. And yes, there are people who know how to navigate between them." Titor posted technical diagrams, made specific predictions, then vanished in 2001. Some of his predictions came true, others didn't. But what if that was the point? Think about it. If you could travel through time, would you fix problems or create them? According to the theory, secret groups don't use time travel to prevent disasters. They use it to engineer them. Economic crashes, wars, pandemics, all carefully orchestrated across multiple timelines to maintain control. Every time they change something in the past, reality splits. We end up in a new timeline, but we never know it happened. Our memories adjust. History books rewrite themselves. The Mandela effect isn't false memories. It's evidence of timeline manipulation. Preston Nichols claims the Montauk experiments went wrong in 1983. The time portal became unstable, threatening to tear reality apart, so they shut it down. Officially. But what if they didn't really stop? What if they just got better at hiding it? Here's the truly terrifying part. If this technology exists, we're not just victims of timeline manipulation. We're prisoners. Think about every major historical event. Every war, every revolution, every breakthrough. What if none of it was natural? What if it was all scripted by time travelers ensuring specific outcomes? We think we have free will, but we're just following a script written by people who've already seen how the story ends. Every choice we make, every path we take, it's all been predetermined by manipulators operating outside of time. And the worst part? We can never escape. Because every time we get close to the truth, they just reset the timeline. Now let's be honest. The evidence for time travel manipulation is thin. Preston Nichols failed multiple polygraph tests. John Titor's predictions were vague enough to be interpreted multiple ways. The Montauk Project has no official documentation, but here's what's troubling: the government's reaction. Instead of laughing off these crazy stories, they've gone to great lengths to discredit witnesses, classify documents, and restrict access to Camp Hero. Why work so hard to debunk something that's supposedly impossible? And then there are the glitches, the Mandela effects, the timeline inconsistencies that millions of people notice but can't explain. What if those aren't false memories? What if they're scars left behind by timeline manipulation? Time travel violates everything we know about physics. The grandfather paradox alone should make it impossible. But what if that's exactly what they want us to think? If you had the power to control time, wouldn't your first priority be making sure nobody else could develop that same power? Wouldn't you spread disinformation, fund debunking campaigns, make the whole idea seem ridiculous? The perfect cover for time travel technology isn't secrecy. It's making people think it's science fiction. So here we are, living our lives, making our choices, thinking we're in control. But what if we're just characters in someone else's story? What if every timeline, every reality, every possible future has already been written? And what if the only way to break free is to stop believing in time itself? Sweet dreams, everyone. And remember, yesterday might not have happened the way you think it did. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through manipulated time, hit that like button. And if you think you've experienced timeline shifts, let us know in the comments. Just be careful what you say. They might be watching.